Hello. So this is going to be the kind of crash course intro for Inventor. So when you do come into Inventor, your page might look a little bit different. You'll kind of just keep saying okay, okay. But ultimately what we're looking for is to create a new part file. We'll get into these other ones in a different demo. So I'm going to create a part file. Down here in the corner you can see these are the cubes I'm going to work with. So I'm just going to create a piece that has two levels to it. Meaning there's sort of like a first floor and a second floor. So the first floor is that L shape, and then the second level will just have the one cube sitting in the middle of it. So when we get into a new file, we don't have anything here in the infinite void of Inventor. But I'm going to do a new 2D sketch on the upper left here, and it's going to give me sort of these different planes, the flat surfaces to draw on. I'll just pick this one that kind of looks like my table. It doesn't matter too much. So now I'm looking at a piece of paper. The piece of paper is what I'll draw on. So I'm going to look at this first level by itself. Each of these cubes is 3/4 of an inch. So going across the top here would be 2 3/4 inches, which would be 1.5 inches. So you can do it using the rectangle tool if you have something that lends itself well to that shape, but just for the demo here I'm going to use the lines. So when I click on the lines, so I'm going to go across the top, so I'll click here, I'll go over, I want to make sure that that symbol pops up. See that symbol that pops back up every time I get to perfectly horizontal there? That's going to show me that it's horizontal line, and I'm going to draw it this top edge in kind of this orientation. So going across 2, I only clicked once to get the line going. I haven't clicked a second time. What I'll do is I'll type the distance, which should start showing up there on the line. So then when I hit enter, it's just going to exist horizontally. And you can see that symbol there telling me that it is that way. Now going down this way, so I went over this way, now I'm going to go down this back edge. That's 3 blocks. And so 3 blocks would be 2.25. Now I want another snap constraint like that. So it's just going to show up like that. That's telling me that it's perpendicular to the line that I already drew, which is what I want because these are right angles. So 2.25 gives me that line. Scrolling on the wheel will usually have you move in and out. Pushing on the wheel and moving around will help you move the paper around under you. So I'm doing that just to rearrange kind of where this thing is on my page. Now I'm on the bottom edge. I'm going to go over horizontally. And that's 1 cube, so that's going to be 0.75. Again, I'm looking for kind of that symbol to show up. Now you kind of see the text box is covering it, but you can definitely see the box show up just behind there. 0.75. Now going up on the inside here is only 2 blocks, so that's 1.5. Again, I want that T, a little sideways T showing up, so 1.5. Going back over here. Now I'm under this edge, which is going to be 1 cube. So there's my constraint, 0.75. And then going back up, if I slide to the end of that line, I should get a green dot where my cursor is. That's just showing me that's snapping or locking onto the end of the other line. The distance it's showing me is 0.75, so I can just hit that. And that is the completion of my first level. So this is a 2-dimensional shape. So if I hit Finish Sketch, I can see it's like flat, like a piece of paper. But I need it to go up some, so I'm going to extrude it so it's not just a flat piece of paper. And my direction that I'm going to change this to, so rather than just 1 inch, these are 0.75 inch cubes. And my first floor, my first level here is 0.75. And then I can say OK. So that's the first floor. Now it's a solid. Now it's an object that exists in 3D space, not just 2D. But I still have this other cube that I'm going to put on top here to make this part have its kind of complexity. To get that part where I need it to be, I need to draw on this surface. And if you hover over a flat surface, it'll turn green. If I hit Start 2D Sketch, I'm going to hit the top part of that button and then click on the top of that L shape. It's going to bring me back here. Now, what we're looking at now is a piece of paper on top of the L as a whole. And because this block is just 1 square, I'm just going to cheat and use the rectangle. So I clicked on the rectangle. The block that I have exists right at this corner, so I can actually use that as a reference and click there. And then if I open this up, I haven't clicked again. I'll slide to the other side here, but I need to type in my dimensions for this. So I need 0.75, and if I hit tab, it'll go to the other box, and I can type 0.75, and I just hit tab again. Then I'm just making sure it's showing up still in that spot where the upper left-hand corner of this box is locked into that corner. I see the two dimensions are accurate, so I can hit enter and finish sketch again. So that is the flat version of where that's going to go. I'll hit extrude. It's usually going to just assume you want to extrude the last thing that you did, and it's going to keep the distance that was the last dimension I extruded. And if I say OK, now we are in 3D space. So here it is, 3 dimensions of the shape that I kind of have with my cubes there. Now, that is all I'm going to do for this video. So you're going to model all your cubes. There are some other aspects and things I'll put in other videos, but I'll try to keep them short. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.